After launching its flagship scooter, the SXR 160 in India last December, Aprilia finally added a new model to the SXR lineup, and that's the SXR 125cc scooter you see here with us today. Now, the scooter launched earlier this May, but we haven't really had a chance to have a go at it because of the travel restrictions thanks to the pandemic. But finally, we have gotten our hands on it, and we are here to tell you what it's all about. So let's get to it then.
The SXR 125 and the 160 are identical in terms of design. So you get the same panels, that big imposing front apron with the sleek LED headlights, that huge smoke fly screen that adds to the visual mass up front, the nice broad seat for both rider and pillion, and that neat looking tail section gets the massive grab rail which sits atop the large LED tail light unit. Like the 160, the SXR 125 gets that chunky exhaust unit and tires to match, which looks great and all seems to bode well with the plus size proportions of this scooter. Not only is the SXR 125 identical to the 160 in terms of its design, but apart from the smaller displacement engine, both scooters have the exact same mechanical components as well. This includes the tubular chassis, the suspension setup at both ends, and the disc drum brake setup on those gorgeous 5-spoke alloy wheels. Now, when it comes to performance, we've known Aprilia scooters to feel special and really set themselves apart from the rest of the scooters out there. And with that respect, the SXR 125 manages very well. It almost packs the same punch as the SR model, from which it borrows its 124.5cc engine.
The SXR 125 shares its engine with the existing SR model, and its power figures remain fairly the same. But this SXR has been tuned to deliver power in a more smooth and linear fashion as compared to the more explosive SR, which felt a little more quicker off the line and tended to fade towards the top end. In the city, the maxi-style SXR gets along just fine, but out on the highway, it will cruise around 60 kmph without a fuss, but that's when getting past traffic is a bit of a task.
The SXR 125 and the SXR 160 are almost the exact same scooter. It's just that one comes with a smaller displacement engine and therefore has lower performance figures in comparison. But there's also another distinguishing factor between these SXR models, and that is the fact that the 125cc scooter doesn't boast of a single-channel ABS unit like the SXR 160 does. Instead, Aprilia have fitted the SXR 125 with a combined braking system. Performance within the city is commendable for a scooter of this displacement, and getting past slow-moving traffic can be a fun and effortless affair. The SXR accelerates in a smooth and linear manner, from still all the way up to the 60 km/h mark. Out on the highway, however, north of that mark, the engine appears to run out of excitement, and overtaking vehicles won't be as brisk as it was before. But that's not to say that the 125cc Aprilia scooter isn't capable of reaching a good top speed. Give it enough time and space, and it'll get you over the 90 km/h mark, no problem. Now, Aprilia tell us that it basically came out with the SXR models to provide customers with premium Italian scooters that are not just purely performance focused, like its SR models. These SXR models, on the other hand, are supposed to offer a blend of performance and comfort. Now, in reality, this would all appear to be true, to some extent, because the SXR 125, for instance, is set up stiff, which allows it to be nice and composed in fast corners, while also being very stable at highway speeds. And this, coupled with its chassis, peppy engine, and those purposeful looks and features, give it a very nice, likeable, sporty character overall. As for the comfort part, well, the rider triangle is slightly more relaxed, the stiff seat a lot more accommodating, and the throttle responses, well, let's say they aren't as exciting as with the SR. So if that brings you added comfort, then yes, the company is right in its claim.
Now, after spending some time with the SXR 125, there are a couple of things that I liked and disliked about the scooters. Let's start with the former. So what I really liked about it was, though it looks a bit big and imposing, it really isn't so when you actually get down to riding it. And it looks sporty, it feels sporty to ride, and that's what you really appreciate about a scooter with the Aprilia badge on it. Not only does it look special, but it feels special to ride as well. And that's something that's unique and great about this scooter, I feel. Now, something that I really didn't appreciate was the fact that there are a couple of panel gaps, which the company has still to sort out, and the fact that it doesn't come with a rear brake lock. Now, yeah, that must just be me nitpicking, but then again, it's an expensive scooter, and you want your scooter to have as much features as it possibly can. That and the fact that Bluetooth connectivity is also an option that you have to pay for. Some other manufacturers in the same segment offer that as standard fitment, but Aprilia are asking you to pay almost 2,500 for that feature on the scooter. It should have just been standard fitment. Now that you know what we think of the SXR 125, we'd be interested to know what you think about the scooter. So do let us know in the comment section below.